We are back on the sidelines. You're on the sidelines with the Sideline Guys, ladies and gentle gents. Haha, ladies, gentle gents, how you doing? Welcome to, well, an all-star edition, if you will, of the Sideline Guys. Because we're here to talk big things, baby, bright lights, mainstream, what it's all about. When all eyes are glued to the tube, and you already know what it is. It's that dude, once again, your boy Dwayne, joined by, well, a bevy of hosts, a bevy of peoples, my peoples, your peoples, our peoples. You already know them best. Going around the room, we got the Puerto Rican sensation, the one, the only true number one New York Knick and residential New York Yankee. You already know him. You love him. Hey, you already know what it is. NYC, Buffalo Bill Mafia fanatic himself, Jonathan Toronto. What's up, sir?
What's up? I'm just out here, man. A little upset. My Bills lost in that chip, but the Chiefs are just what they are. They are who we thought they were, right?
I feel you.
I'm out here, man. I'm chilling. Knicks aren't doing too bad. They're bad, but not too bad. Julius Randle, a little all-star out there. We can talk about that later too. A little prize pick, but I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you guys?
Hey, man, phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? We in this thing. We ready to talk some sports because it's been a little minute with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And, then, of course, we can't forget the guy with the greatest hair in the whole business. You already know. Got it? Mr. Top Flight, Top Gun. You already know. Your favorite crazy personality. My favorite crazy personality. Skip Bayless 2.0. You already know. Matter of fact, probably actually an upgrade from Skip Bayless, but who's to say so ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you already know him as your residential Florida Gator, and you already know him to be the one and the only James Harden resident, formerly known as your Houston Rocket, now known as your Brooklyn Nets native, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Parker Gailey. What's up, sir?
I'm going to have to get my shit together because I feel like every time Dwayne introduces me, I change teams. Here's the deal, folks. I like Cam Newton. I like James Harden. Okay. So yes, I was a Patriots fan. I'm now a Brooklyn Nets fan. I stay true and strong to the Florida Gators. So, and that introduction was brought to you by Home Depot.
Home Depot. All of your home improvement needs. And then, of course,
last my college game day. The college game day thing. By Home Depot.
There you go. That's the way to do it. College game day, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, and of course, we cannot forget our one and our only. He's the hardest working man in show business. He already knows how I introduce him, so we're going to go ahead and give it to the people. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the man with the plan. Your resident eagle flying, anti-cowboy hating. Already know him. No anti. You already know. Celtic, green pride, wearing, residential, see the jersey in the back, cup sipping in the front. You already know. But you already know it's more Lamont. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and the only, Derek Myers. Sir.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on? We got the whole crew introduced. We ready? Fellas, we got a lot of topics to talk about with y'all today. Y'all already know we got a Super Bowl in the midst. That's right. After so many clashes and well, probably COVID restrictions here and there in between. The fact, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a Super Bowl in the midst, and we got our teams announced. So we're gonna go ahead and give some predictions and thoughts and analytics on what we feel is gonna happen in this here Super Bowl on this Super Bowl Sunday week, and of course, none other than the NBA All-Star Game. There's an NBA All-Star Game. Should we have one? Why do we have one? We don't know, but we're going to talk about that with you guys a little bit later. But first and foremost, fellas, let's go ahead and get started with the NFL and the Super Bowl needs. There you go. Look, there we go. We got it for him. Come on now. That's the way you do it, Parker. That's what I'm talking about.
I'll say this. I have to give. So we all know the NFL done fucked up for a lot over the past 30 years, if not more. We'll give them credit for this. They got here.
I remember being on the pod and thinking, like, is this season are we gonna even have a season? Like, wow,
even making it through. And overall, there are a couple, outbreaks. We're here. We're at the biggest game of the year, right? And I mean, comparing it to the other leagues, the NHL struggling. They have whole teams sitting out because of COVID. The
Well, I mean,
NBA, out of all leagues you would never expect, is struggling with COVID.
would you though? I mean, think about it this way: NHL players are like Russians who pound the vodka and they do their own thing. NBA, what are they known for? Strip clubs. Are you surprised? I'm not.
But your boy is known for strip clubs. We're not talking about
Hell
your boy.
yeah, he is. Let's go.
We're talking
Putting kids
about
in college.
You might be right regardless, but hey, I'm just saying in general, kudos to the NFL. They made it to the biggest game of the year with not too many major outbreaks, and this
Lots
has
of
been
injuries
such
though.
a different time period, man. It's kudos to them. But about that Super Bowl, I hope the Chiefs fucking lose, and I don't give a
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And listen to me.
Wow.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Does that surprise y'all? Because that surprises me.
It did at first, but I know where he's going.
I understand. Okay. Let's just talk about this and get this out the way. Because I know, Jonathan, it's been a minute, and I know you got some stuff to release. And I'm right there with you. I don't know if you got to check out the episode where me and Derek here gave predictions. And I hate to say I told you so because I was pulling for you, brother. But we went through the same thing this time last year. So I feel what you're feeling, brother. Trust me.
Yeah.
I was there with you right there last year, thinking and hoping. Come on, San Francisco.
Wait. But why do you hate the Chiefs? Why do you want him to lose?
So let me Derek and I talked about this. The Bills have a chance, yes. They had a chance. Did I expect it? No. I mean, they're the fucking Chiefs. You know what I mean? We didn't have the firepower that they have. The Chiefs played dirty, man. And I don't know if I noticed it more because I'm a Bills fan. Obviously, I'm going to notice the little things. They had Chris Jones punching the lineman in the face that he should have got ejected for. They had suplex and Diggs. They had another D lineman punching another receiver. One of the receivers punching Micah Hyde. Like, they're dirty, man. And honestly, it's crazy to me because it's Brady. Like, essentially, by not wanting the Chiefs, I'm cheering for the guy that terrorized me for 20 years. And I don't care. I hope the Chiefs lose and never make it to Super Bowl again. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's just me though. But
and this is what we are here for. I get it. But let it out, Jonathan. Let it out. Release it. Release it. Lord knows, I've been there too.
And the only thing I'm going to mention about the Bills, and Derek, we talked about this too in private or whatever. Mm-hmm. Why did Sean McDermott, obviously the head coach of the Bills, decide to be conservative for the first time all goddamn year? Kicking field goals when you need. What did they say against great quarterbacks? Field goals don't.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you're a coach. When you're coaching a big game like that, man. Your balls shrivel up.
They overthink, man.
Your balls shrivel up. That's what happens.
Hey, my man. What happened to him?
McDermott.
Hey, I'm happy about our season. And honestly, for me, I think the
If
Bucks
you're a Bills fan, you have to be happy about your season, though, right? Like,
oh yeah, I'm happy. AFC chip. I can't. We won some playoff games for the first time in 20-something years. I got to be happy. I'm not too upset. Almost like Dwayne last year. I mean, I'm sure y'all were with a couple, two playoff wins.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, well, anytime we've been in the playoffs for the most part, with the exception of that 13-3 year, we've done pretty well winning playoff games. But I mean, I know what you mean because when you go on a streak like that, you're thinking like, okay, well, shoot, at this point, go all the way. Especially that kind of season because it wasn't like we mirrored what y'all mirrored last year. Only the difference was we didn't have a 13-3 season like you guys did. That was a season where we just barely got in and we were just underdogs playing the underdog role, which you guys played as well in a way because people sort of looked at you guys as underdogs the entire time, I would think, even with a 13-3 record.
You know what I got out of the championship games, though? Poor fucking Aaron Rodgers. This guy, man. This guy's like, Aaron Rodgers is literally like, in my opinion, like, Tom Brady, this is what I say to people. Tom Brady is the greatest football player of all time, but Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback of all time, in my opinion. That man is just naturally just amazing at throwing the ball. And I've never seen anyone that's been able to do what he does with such little. I mean, yes, he has Devontae Adams, but this year he's going to win the MVP this year. And and he's going to be the MVP of the league. And this fucking shit ass organization of his decided that, hey, we have an MVP quarterback still playing at an MVP level on our team. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to use our first round draft pick and draft a fucking quarterback. What some sack of shits, okay? And then
I talked to Derek about this too. And the problem is, so we go back to how the Packers are owned, right? They don't have a sole owner. They're owned by shareholders. They're the only team in the league that doesn't have an owner. So they're almost like with Brady with Kraft, right? Brady could walk to his office and say, "Yo, go get Randy Moss, or I'm out." Who's Aaron Rodgers going to go to? The 130,000 Wisconsin?
The coach, LaFleur, the dumbass who kicked the freaking field goal. Hey, LaFleur, why don't you go the fuck off, okay? You need to get my boy Aaron in the fucking Super Bowl again. Because you know what? Freaking discount double check could have beat the Chiefs. And Tom Brady can beat the Chiefs, but Tom Brady actually can't beat the Chiefs. You know who can beat the Chiefs? The Tampa Bay Bucks. This is the difference. Aaron Rodgers could have beat the Chiefs. Aaron Rodgers could have beat the Chiefs. Tom Brady cannot beat the Bucks. Tom Brady, he makes plays when he needs to, but let's be real. His arm's doo-doo dick now. Okay? He's got accuracy, but, and I'm not saying he's done, but Tom Brady, the reason he's the greatest football player of all time is because, and he's going to continue to be, and the reason he's going to have, first of all, my dumb ass said the Tampa Bay Bucks weren't even going to make the playoffs. So who should listen to me? Probably not a lot of people. But here's the deal. Tom Brady's a genius. Think about it, right? We all make fun of him, but I think he sold his soul to the devil because, listen, he went to Tampa Bay, perfect scenario for him. Great defense, great defensive coordinator, lots of cap space. Tampa Bay had an excellent defense last year. Mm-hmm. They just turned the ball over too much, and they had cap space. So Tom Brady didn't play well against Green Bay. Green Bay just didn't execute. You're right. And what's crazy to me is Green Bay had however many picks in the NFL draft last year. Only one of them touched the field, and it was their third string running back, and that's because Aaron Jones got hurt. So Green Bay, Matt LaFleur, you're a fucking idiot, bro, and you need to figure your shit out. Or Aaron Rodgers needs to request a trade. But Tom Brady, 3 picks. If everyone's sucking his dick, get off of him. I mean, he is the GOAT. But I'm just saying he didn't win them the game. So let's not act like he did. But
you know how pissed off could Sir Jameis Winston be when he sees the stat line of 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 picks?
Well,
that was his stat line every game last year.
But the difference is with Jameis. The difference with Jameis and Brady though is it just seems like every time, it just seems like, for example, when Brady threw those picks, it didn't seem at the time, it didn't seem like that big of a deal. And the fact that, like, yes, they were big for Green Bay, but it was like Green Bay needed those picks. It wasn't like Tom Brady just fucked his, like, it was like, if Green Bay's going to get back into this, we need a pick right here. And so, but think about it. Brady's always made plays when he needs to make plays. Like, that's his calling card. Like, that's why he's the GOAT. Every time he needs to make a big play, he makes big plays.
You're right.
Like freaking Santana Moss said, big time players make big time plays in big time games. And that's freaking Tom Brady. I mean, think about it. The freaking touchdown before halftime to Scotty Miller. That's a huge fucking play with 10 seconds left.
Hey, here, Parker. I think what are you leaning towards here?
What am I leaning towards? Are you telling me that I'm picking the Bucks?
I think you're picking the Bucks.
I don't know who I'm picking. I'll tell you. Fate of the universe on the line. Martians have a death beam pointed at the earth. I want Iguodala. No, I'm just playing. That's my Max Kellerman. No, I don't know who I want. That was
good Kellerman impression.
I don't know who I want to go with. It's been tough for me. I mean, Jonathan, take your bias out of it. Who you going with? Does anyone like
hold on. A lock pick? Before we do this, let's just break it down this way. Let me ask you fellas this question going into your answer of who you think wins this Super Bowl. Which one of these teams had the harder or hardest route to the Super Bowl?
Gotta argue the Bucks, right? Because they play more games, or you mean just the opponents in general?
Take all of that in account.
You got to say the Bucks because they have the extra game, no bye week. Say the Bucks.
I would probably say Chiefs. I mean, they're defending champs. So I mean, they've played a lot more games in the last year. So I mean, that going back to back Super Bowls in general, that rarely happens. So I would say
I'll tell you, when I think about playoffs and I think about toughest schedule, I think about what quarterbacks are teams playing. And the Chiefs had to play Baker Mayfield, who had a good season, don't get me wrong, but nothing crazy. And then Josh Allen, who had a come out season. But nothing. So think about it this way. Bucks had to play Drew Brees, which is arguably a top 5 quarterback of all time, and Aaron Rodgers, who is non-arguably a top 5 quarterback of all time. And then the Chiefs had to play Baker and Josh Allen. So I don't know. It's tough. I think that Green Bay and the Saints are better teams than the Browns and the Bills.
Hold up.
What's up?
You ain't gonna get away with that, Parker. Hold on. Hold on.
What happened?
You forgot Alex Smith there, sir. Keep that same energy for a second. Because you said, you left out, you said 2.
No, it wasn't Alex Smith. 3. It wasn't Alex Smith. It was freaking like Heineke. It was Heineke, by the way. They played
I forgot Washington was even in the playoffs.
They played Heineke, not Alex Smith. And yes,
Heineke.
Yo, Heineke was kind of dealing that game. But listen, while the Bucks were playing Heineke, the Chiefs were playing nobody. So when you talk about tougher route, 3 games versus 2, the Chiefs are the defending champions, yes, but at the same time, I mean, the fact that to be honest with you, the fact that the Browns game and the Bills game were closer pretty close, kind of worries me a little bit. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. Part of me just
I'm gonna go ahead and say, bias or not, you don't go against Brady.
I know. I just at this point, it's like you can't go against Brady, man. You can't.
The thing is, like for me, Mahomes is superstar, all-star, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go. I'll put it this way: I got Brady winning, and this is my bold take, and you can call it a freezing cold take after the Super Bowl. I don't think Mahomes wins another chip, ever.
Wow, no, that's definitely that's a hot take.
That
will end up turning into a cold take.
Windows closed. He may make it again. They're not going to build a dynasty. Andy Reid is older. Okay, that dynasty that the Patriots had is a once in a lifetime thing. We will never see what Brady did with the Patriots ever again. And you want to know why we'll never see that? Do remember, Brady always took a pay cut. Mahomes had the biggest deal in the history of the NFL. They're not going to be able to keep Kelsey.
It's spread across 10 years, though.
So it's still a lot, bro. It's still like $40 million cap hit. It
should still allow them to do something.
But yeah, you got to think. Kelsey's the best tight end in the league. You can't afford to pay him the best tight end forever. Tyreek Hill, best receiver or one of the best receivers in the league. Can't afford to pay him top. I mean, sooner or later the piece is going to go away, bro. You can't. You know what I mean?
What if one of them took a pay cut?
They ain't doing that. That'd be no. This ain't the NBA.
Think about this though. They win the Super Bowl this year. They have a shot at three-peating, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think any team has ever three-peated in the NFL. So,
well, if anyone did, it would be the fucking Bucks.
It would have been the Seahawks, but we're not gonna go there.
There was a team that did go to 4 straight Super Bowls.
I was about to say it, but don't.
And then they did lose all 4 of them.
Why people, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. That was so unnecessary.
You can't do my mans like that.
I wasn't even alive for that. I don't care.
You can't do my mans like that. You can't do my mans like that.
We have an AFL title. I'll take that. Fuck
it. I feel that.
Man, see, that's my bold take, though. I think Mahomes, this is it. I think this is it for Mahomes.
What a take, my brother.
Eric, you know this. When Andy Reid's gone, and Eric Bieniemy better not be there when Andy Reid leaves. He better have a job somewhere else before that. You know what I mean? Like next year, if Eric Bieniemy does not get a job, he's literally being blackballed from the league. There's no other way around
If
it.
he doesn't have a job next year, I would expect him to stay in Kansas until
Oh,
Andy.
so that's the case. I'd be comfortable saying Mahomes would have a push towards the Super Bowl. I think Bieniemy would be a great coach. So, but I think my understanding is Reed will retire, Eric Bieniemy will be gone already.
Is
And
Reed supposed to be retiring within the next year or two?
Hell no.
no, this
Oh,
ain't
oh,
getting
okay.
older. Bro.
Okay.
Like he's a
Okay.
bigger guy. He's
Yeah,
so,
yeah. That's my
you
point.
know,
Do you think if Brady wins a Super Bowl, this is the crazy shit. If Brady wins a Super Bowl this year, he's not going to retire,
no, he won't.
Mm-mm.
He won't.
Why?
which is nuts. He's just going to be like, oh, I'll do it again
He
next
said
year.
he's got 2 to 3 more years.
Yeah,
So
which is very
I'm
possible.
glad he's in the NFC. He can stay away from me.
He's fucking nuts. Did you see that graphic with him and the other guy, like the George whatever guy who was like oldest guy to throw a playoff touchdown? And this man literally looked like he was 60. And then there was Tom Brady, and they were both the same age. And I was like, what the hell? Tom Brady has sold his soul to the devil. He has. Good for him. But he's gonna rot in hell. He's gonna have an amazing life. But he is gonna rot in hell.
Like in 4th grade when Brady won his first Super Bowl, and Mahomes' dad is 50 and Brady's 43.
I'm going to give some actual football take here and make predictions so we can go on to the NBA. So here's my actual football take. Okay. Here's the deal. Normally you're like, oh, well, can they get pressure on the quarterback? And Kansas City's not that good at pressuring the quarterback. So, however, their secondary is a little improved. I mean, Kansas City, the defense is sus, but they've stepped up a little bit this year. The thing that then I look at, okay, well, Tampa Bay was top 10 in the league in pass rushing, and then Kansas City was bottom 10. However, everyone was talking about at the beginning of the year. Think about how quickly Mahomes has been able to get the ball out of his hands this year.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, how do you stop that? And Tampa does have some elite linebackers with good speed. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm forced to take a pick, and my pick is going to be, fuck me. What's my pick going to be? I've thought about this. I change it every day. It's just tough for me. It's like, I think that Kansas City is the better team? 100%. Do I think Kansas City is going to win the Super Bowl? I don't know, because fucking Tom Brady. I thought Green Bay was going to win. I thought the Saints were going to win. I picked him. I'm 0-2. I'm 0-2 against Brady, and I also didn't say he's going to make the playoffs. So just strictly for those reasons alone, I'm going to pick the Tampa Bay Bucks.
And I'm going to speak to your same too, man. Look, offensive line advantage Bucks because the Chiefs' offensive line has 3 starters out that all were playing during the playoffs. They all got hurt throughout the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Bucks' defensive line is much better overall than the Chiefs' defensive line. That's advantage Bucks. Who's going to protect better? That's all it comes down to. I think Brady stays standing upright. Mahomes is running for his life. And don't sleep on Devin White and Antoine Winfield Jr.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
On Kelsey, Antoine Winfield Jr. can lay that. What do you call it? Lay that hammer, whatever you call that shit. He's gonna hit Kelsey. Yeah. He's gonna hit Kelsey. I'm telling you right now, if he's healthy, obviously, and whatnot. So I got Bucks, man. You can't go against Brady. Look, I'm telling you guys. I'm gonna say this one more time. For 20 years, the man terrorized us. He owned the Bills. I know what heartbreak from Brady feels like, and it's coming for the Chiefs.
This is like, if you think about it this way too, this is perfect for Brady in the fact that here's the deal. He's got weapons. He has why were Brady and Belichick so successful? Because Belichick is a mastermind on defense, and Brady Brady's like a defensive coordinator on your same football side, perfect quarterback. Not going to make stupid mistakes. Not going to cost you, not put your defense in bad positions is what I'm getting at. So the thing is that you give Todd Bowles 2 weeks. Yes, Todd Bowles is not a great head coach, but Todd Bowles is an excellent defensive coordinator. You give Todd Bowles 2 weeks to prepare for Patrick Mahomes and these chief weapons. They dialed up some amazing pressure against Aaron Rodgers. To be fair, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs have better weapons and better play calling than the Packers, but they were getting to Rodgers like it was nothing. So, yeah, I don't know. it kind of pains me to say, but going with the Bucks. What do you
Yeah,
think, Dwayne and Derek?
my head,
My
my
mind's telling
head.
me no, but my body's telling me yes, baby. I don't want to pick Tom Brady, but after all these years, I had to. Dude, fucking Tom Brady, that asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my heart wants to say the Chiefs because of Andy Reid, but I know what I see with the Bucks. Y'all laid it out already. I I think it's going to be a close game, but like Jonathan said, if whoever has a better protection, and the better protection will be for Tampa. So I think Tampa wins it close. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I think Tampa wins it.
Hey, we're
Tampa.
bringing the championship to Florida back-to-back years, baby.
Jesus.
Let's go, Duval, Trevor Lawrence, Urban Meyer. Let's fucking get it. Anyway, all right, Dwayne, give us your pick.
You know, fellas,
Oh, I can't wait.
I love you all dearly. I very much do. And after carefully considering and listening to every last one of you guys' takes, I'm afraid I'm about to say y'all done lost y'all doggone minds. But I get it.
Good.
I'm here to let y'all know that the torch is officially passed and will be passed in this very Super Bowl. Derek, we talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Call me a crazy fortune teller, but did I not say when it went down to the Final Four how fitting this very storyline was about to be?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Andy Reid. This is definitely the year where all things come full circle. Reid is about to get his win back. He owes Brady one in a Super Bowl, and this is definitely that one to get back. Difference being is that he has a no shade, Derek, but he's got a real quarterback this time. One that actually knows how to find anybody.
I don't take offense to that.
I got you. I know. I get it. But
McNabb was
he's got a real
irresponsible.
quarterback. You know,
So-
one that actually is a lot younger and yet very leadership-like in a way. It's very strange. But the thing about this here is, I noticed you fellas missed a few things here. Now, Tampa Bay is taking a hit. They lost some key defenders in that last game. They lost some defenders that possibly may or may not make this Super Bowl. It just depends on how bad that injury situation was for them. But even all, say they're full strength here. Just like you don't bet against Brady, if it's one thing I've seen so far, you don't bet against Mahomes either, my friend. The things this man can do with a football out of nowhere, it's weird. It's crazy. You count them out. Exhibit A. I wouldn't be surprised if this Super Bowl turns out exactly the way it turned out last year, because the story has been written the exact same way, in the same type of pattern that it was last year. Exhibit A. AFC Championship game. Again, Jonathan, I hate to bring this up again, just to bring up these memories, my friend, but the story was written the exact same way for you guys as it was for us last year with this exact same team. Early lead, looking like, yeah, we got this. We're going to take these Chiefs out. Next thing you know, table completely turns. I'm starting to think Mahomes actually likes getting behind a little bit just to see, okay, this is kind of fun. All right, now let's go ahead and do this. Super Bowl last year, if I'm not mistaken, everybody thought the 49ers was about to win that because they sure as heck looked like they were.
Yeah, but the 49ers
Lo and
had Jimmy
behold.
Garoppolo.
I feel what you mean, my friend.
Yeah.
And I get that. I know there's a difference between the two here. But we acting like Brady hasn't lost in the Super Bowl before. He's never faced a quarterback like this. Now, speaking of this quarterback, last time these two met head-to-head in something that actually counted was only a couple of years ago. just before Patrick actually made his first Super Bowl. AFC Championship game. The teacher actually surpassed the student, but just by a hair. Because Patrick Mahomes was actually coming all the way back on Brady, and Brady just got by. Now we're talking about an older version of Brady who still has the smarts, yes, but as you just mentioned, Parker, noodle arms. And unfortunately,
Brady does have a noodle arm, but
the test of time is showcasing itself. Now, I think the X factor here is the Chiefs and their defense. I think they're going to surprise you guys very, very hard. Good game for sure. But I will say, right here, right now, the Kansas City Chiefs will be back-to-back Super Bowl champions. And I see Jonathan's take, and I'll raise you a take. My friend, I hate to say this, but for the next 10 to 20 years, the Chiefs are about to win at least 10 Super Bowls.
what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. At least.
You crazy.
At least. Oh, yeah. At least. I said now, I did
This
say
man
within,
said-
I said the next 10 to 20 years. Keep me out.
I thought you were
said
going to say
within
about 3 or 4.
No. The next 10 to 20
Dwayne's
years.
lost his damn man. And why did Dwayne?
Within the next 10 to 20 years, because hear me out.
Why did you Morgan Freeman us right there?
Within the next 10 to 20 years, people. Understand.
That man was
That's
being so calm and
overtime.
collected.
That's overtime. That's overtime. I'm not saying they're going to win 10 straight. Of course, they'll have seasons where they lose or get knocked out. But just know they'll have a collection of 10 Super Bowls as a franchise because of this one man. The torch is going to get passed, and it starts with this very Super Bowl. Mark my words. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at Michael Jordan versus, well, a modern-day Steph Curry. I'm not even going to say LeBron. I'm going to say a modern-day Steph Curry.
I thought you were going to say Kobe, bro.
No, this is Michael Jordan playing LeBron.
Nah, I'm not going to give. He doesn't have the hype LeBron had coming out the jump. Actually, you know what?
Right.
You know what? I might give you. I only might give you LeBron because actually he did have some offseason hype before anybody even knew who Patrick Mahomes was. Everybody talked about him that was an NFL player and or media personnel. So I actually just might give you that. He did kind of have that hype coming into it a little bit. Only reason I say Steph Curry is because he, like Steph Curry, does a lot of trick stuff that only you would really see.
Steph Curry's a bitch. Let's get in the end. Fuck Steph Curry. Fuck Steph Curry.
Speaking of the B word, sir, it's interesting you mentioned that. Coming into the NBA, ladies and gentlemen, there's a certain subject I would like to touch with you guys about, as a matter of fact, before we even go into some all-star action. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of nights ago, the Los Angeles Lakers had a game against the Atlanta Hawks, and well, unfortunately, the story of what came out of this game was not what was actually in the game in the final decision. Ladies and gentlemen, it was what happened between LeBron and a Karen, dare I say? I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, what in the world has happened here? When did Atlanta allow fans into their arenas? I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, Parker, Jonathan, Derek, what are your thoughts on this situation that took place between a random stranger and his wife with LeBron James of all people?
Well, I mean, if I was a gold digging whore, I'd scream at LeBron too. I mean, just being. I mean, also, she said she was 25. Holy shit, this bitch.
Look, I'll put it as simple as this. She was trying to defend her puny little
ass, because she had no ass.
Compensating with steroids, man, or whatever the hell. She's look, exactly what she is. What she is. She's a courtside Karen. She thought she could have some pull with the little, side of the court seats. Nobody gives a fuck who you are, and LeBron don't care about you either. Why would LeBron go out of his way? She said that he started it. Why would he start it?
No,
Why would he start anyone?
Look, all I'm wondering is
he ended it, and they're mad about it. That's what it is.
All I'm wondering is she's paid that much money for a nose job, lip injections, and tits. Why not just pay for an ass? You had no ass, dude. Like at that point, you paid that much money. Like get a fake ass. I mean, maybe her steroid guy doesn't want some more cushion for the pushing because he's got a little wiener because he does steroids. But I'm just saying, like, look, I'm not a LeBron. I don't like LeBron, but good for him. Fuck this lady.
Combo breaker. Oh man!
Wow. I had an allergic reaction when I saw her picture, but them lips.
Yeah, I know. It looked like her. Like it looked like a bee stung her. They're everywhere else but the ass. Derek, she had no ass, right? Derek, I know you're a man who has a fine taste for a good-looking ass. You know she had no ass, Derek. Come on. That's all you have to say about her. Why? You know what? Fuck her. This is what this lady this lady wanted. And you know what? I'm just gonna demean her. Listen, courtside Karen. I don't care what you have to say. All right. Your husband has a small dick and you have no ass. And you look like you were stung by a bee. Fuck you. Okay. That's all I gotta say to her. All right. And Hawks, don't put people on courtside. It's COVID, and she wasn't even wearing a mask. Probably couldn't get one around her freaking lips. But you know what? Why were her lips bigger than her ass? That's a real question.
Derek is so baffled he can't even give you a statement. What a rush, ladies and gentlemen. What a rush.
Yeah.
Am I off kilter here? Do I need to calm down? Because courtside Karen. We were all thinking it. Don't act like you guys saw her and said she don't have an ass. With that much money. Well, yeah, I would talk shit to her too.
Derek's just speechless at this point.
Speechless.
He agrees with what we said.
Do you need to move on to the next subject?
Hey, man.
Dwayne, did you see her?
I did. I saw her.
Dwayne,
not impressed.
What was your take?
Not impressed.
That's what I'm saying, Dwayne. Everyone's afraid to talk about an ass every now and then, but guess what? Sometimes you gotta call the shots like it is.
I really didn't even see the full body. I just saw the face on top, and
you were
the voice was too annoying. It was, it's like, oh, okay. All right,
you look
cool.
Like you know those aliens in Men in Black where they're like wanga wanga, yeah. She looked like one of them bitches.
Oh, the worms. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the worms. Okay. The worms. She looked like a worm, bro. She looked like them alien worms. No. That's what she looked like. Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, based off of that, I think Parker has about summed it up.
Courtside Karen. What the fuck?
Yo, somebody said that she looked like the you remember when Peter Griffin in Family Guy?
The lady with the only legs lady.
Yeah.
He did look like that.
Oh shoot.
Basically, we don't fuck with Karen.
Oh shoot.
You know what? That's why at that point, if you're trying to be a Kardashian, be a Kardashian or a Larsa Pippen, right? Just pay for the ass. Pay for the ass. Whatever. It is what it is. But you know what? Fuck courtside Karen. Speaking of Atlanta, though, Dwayne. Speaking of Atlanta,
ladies and gentlemen, Atlanta just keeps on making headlines because nonetheless, this same city is now apparently hosting the All-Star game, or shall we say the Pandemic Star game? I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to ask: A, why is there an All-Star game this year? B, why in Atlanta of all places where they don't pretty much care about COVID as much? I don't know, and I am here to ask the panel behind me. Fellas, well, let's just get right into it. What are your thoughts on the All-Star game even happening first and foremost? And then we'll just get into who you see making this All-Star team in the future. But let's just talk about the All-Star game in general.
I think like I've been since we started this podcast. I've been a supporter of Adam Silver for what seems like forever. Ever since he took over for the NBA, he's been really fucking up since the bubble, and like the bubble was great, for what they had to work with. I think they did a great job. But since then, it seems like, they're not following the right protocol. They're adding an All-Star game, which I mean, it's gonna just not. You're putting James Harden in Atlanta fucking strip clubs. Come on, man. What are you doing? These players are not follow the protocol. What do they do when they're in an All-Star game? They hang out. They do a bunch of shit around the city. Like, in every sense of the word, it just makes no sense to do it. And damn well they're going to try to fill the stadium up too. So why? I mean, as a fan, yeah, it's going to be cool to watch. But then, what if one player gets everybody sick and then there's no stars left in the league to watch? Because they're all.
I mean, with the All-Star break, they take a week or two off games anyway. So, I mean, here's my thing about the All-Star game. Derek, what do you think? You shook your head. You ain't about it?
Nah, I mean, because down here in Atlanta, it's like people are not following anything. It's almost as if we skipped any type of quarantine or anything like that. I mean, outskirts of Atlanta, okay, but Atlanta itself, they don't care. So it's very dangerous. It's highly dangerous to even consider doing the All-Star break. We've already seen the NBA try to install new rules on for the games anyway, but you saw a security guard try to stop Kyrie and Bam from trading jerseys and stuff like that, right? So if it's just like that for the jersey, and that's just a regular game for All-Star break, what do you think is going to end up happening? No one's going to follow.
I mean,
I don't see how they can force it.
Regardless, I think that believe it or not, I'm actually for the All-Star game. Why not? I think that it was funny seeing De'Aaron Fox's comments like, we shouldn't have an All-Star game. Don't worry, pal. You won't have to go anyway. So, like, but, this is what I hate about All-Star games. We'll just talk about voting real quickly. Number one, this is what I hate. You know what? Fuck them kids. Because why are all these little 14-year-olds, why do they get a vote? I feel like you should be 18 or older to be able to vote in the NBA All-Star game. Can we make that happen, Adam Silver? Because I'm sick of seeing Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving, even though I'm a Kyrie fan now, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, because all the kids, one little fatheads of them, get the most votes, and LeBron James. Hey, 14-year-olds, grow up. Go watch some SpongeBob, okay? I don't need you to go be voting on the NBA. I want to see quality shit here.
I think
Jaylen
Brown is going to get screwed.
I don't know why the hell Kyrie Irving is a top vote getter right now. The man
more so than James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden should be over him, first of all. But second of all, Kyrie abandoned his team for 3 weeks. Like, why is he getting votes?
Because 14-year-olds. I'm being for real. They're like, oh my gosh, Kyrie.
Some guys that deserve it in the East are going to end up getting snubbed.
So with starter, I don't really care about starters. I may be indifferent to everyone else, but I think I'm of the opinion that if you make the All-Star team in general, it's good enough, right?
For sure.
So hey, good for Julius Randle though. He's on up there.
Never really follow fan. Yeah, I think Julius Randle might make it as a reserve. He's balling this year for sure. He'd be a snub if he didn't make it. I just can't find another forward that deserves it over him. That's not a starter. You know what I mean? Because Jalen's a guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jalen, is he technically listed as a guard?
Shooting guard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, because in that case, I would want Tatum and Brown, and then Randall probably be that man out. But I think Randall's an all-star. So hopefully he gets in there. But I don't really go too much and dig too much into fan voting because it's like you said, Parker, it's just kids. It's just kids voting for who was on ESPN yesterday. You know what I mean?
Sorry, he's a small forward.
They're not really looking into hoop. Oh, is he a small forward? No, he might be forward, but
Yeah.
I think Randall can still squeeze in with Brown. Better make it.
I think he's gonna get snubbed. I honestly think he's gonna get
I,
snubbed.
Ow, he carried the team when Tatum was out. Like,
Yeah,
make any
I
sense?
agree. I agree. I think he's gonna get snubbed though.
No, I would think typical starters. I think what would be Harden, Beal.
We only have 2 starters, so it's going to be right now. It's Kyrie and Beal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I'm saying what I think projection wise. I think it would be Harden over Kyrie. Well, hopefully they vote for Harden. But Harden, Beal, Giannis, Joel Embiid, and I can't remember the third one. Who the hell was the third? Was it Jason Tatum? Derek?
Yeah.
Is he third?
I think when I saw he was top 4 for the East.
Oh wait, no,
So
it's Giannis. Joel. It's Giannis. Joel.
It's Durant, Antetokounmpo, and then Embiid, and then Tatum's 4 in the front court, and then guards. That's top 4, and then you have Butler, and then Adebayo, Sabonis, Randall, Hayward, and Jeremy Grant. Good for Jeremy Grant. Then the guards are Bradley Beal, Irving, Harden, Jaylen Brown, Levine, Trae Young, Colin Sexton, Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook.
But the fan voting is only for the starters, right?
Yeah.
So I think the coaches choose the rest. But I think Brown better make it. I'll be upset if he's not.
He should. I think he's gonna get snubbed.
He'll make it by the coaches, but he won't start.
Yeah, I think he'll make it. For sure.
The starters are going to be Durant, Antetokounmpo, Embiid, Bradley Beal, and James Harden, most likely. And then your bench is going to be, I forget how many people they picked for the bench. But
I just don't know if it's the best choice to have this game going, man. But I hope they follow COVID protocol, do all the testing. I'm excited. Like I think they could have just done the skills competition only.
Just no. My thing is, like, didn't even the NFL do like a Madden tournament for the All-Star game?
Yep.
I mean, for the Pro Bowl. I don't know why they didn't just do that with 2K, for one. 2, I don't know why they didn't start the season off with the quad bubbles, because they're already flying to different areas, staying here to do, the little tour, and then go on to another region. I don't know why they just didn't do it bubbles, because if you did a bubble, All-Star game makes complete sense. But if you're doing it like this, I really don't see the point. I really don't. I think this could actually pause the season. I think we'll see another pause. I really do.
I think you're right about the where they did Madden
to work on their defense.
They should have done a 2K tournament where every player played as themselves, like my player in 2K.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would have been dope as hell. Every player gets a character they can use in my career. Mm-hmm. So like I played against Jordan Clarkson, like the actual Jordan Clarkson character. The actual NBA player was using it, and he has like a special logo above his head. Mm-hmm. They could have done that with all the players and done like court, 3-on-3 courts, 5-on-5 courts. Made it dope as hell with gaming, because these days gaming is connecting with everything. You know what I mean? So
I like the All-Star weekend though for basketball. That's always like all the other All-Star games and Pro Bowls and shit. That shit sucks to me. The All-Star game for basketball is always like, this is fun. Yeah. This is cool. Well, contest and everything else.
Woj just
said, gosh, what did Woj just say?
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
He said during the All-Star break, players will be allowed to travel in the United States, including Hawaii, Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico. So essentially,
yeah.
Prepare for the season to be halted. This is going to mess everything up.
I'll tell you what, if I'm an NBA player, I'm asking if I'm allowed to opt out, like the NFL allow players to opt out of the season.
Well, De'Aaron Fox just said earlier today, last night, that you get a hefty fine if you get selected to be somewhere and you don't show up. You get fined. And I think this was going to end up happening. I don't think that we have enough, and I hate saying this, but I don't think that the league has enough smart players to
maturity. Yeah, because
to be mature enough to say I'm going to be disciplined and not do this.
I can tell you that the Nets are fucked.
Yeah, and then if this does happen, what happens with the trade deadline? Like say for example, the season gets gets halted, does that end up pushing the deadline, or does the deadline
Everything,
through?
everything probably gets pushed.
I can
Everything.
tell you who's not. I can tell you who's not leaving their damn house. Carl Anthony Towns.
What happened to him? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Dude,
the
car wreck, COVID. His mom died of
yeah,
COVID.
yeah. He
Also, by the way,
got it.
completely unrelated, but Deshaun Watson apparently is interested in getting traded to Denver, which, buddy, listen to me. If you thought Houston was bad and racist, stay away from Denver, pal. John Elway's a racist. Okay, let's continue.
Yet another subject, fellas, that we did not get to touch on, but we'll save that for another episode as we get closer. So the saga continues. But Derek, you had a point
Yeah.
to continue, and then we're gonna give Jonathan the floor because he's got to
Yeah,
go
man.
soon.
Nah, I think that this is going to end up pushing everything back, and we're going to be in the exact same predicament we were this time last year. I don't see how anyone goes to this All-Star game and comes out of it unscathed. I don't see it. I really don't. There may have been players that have already had it, but then we're not even talking about the training staff and coaches.
Parker, I'm telling you right now, the All-Star game happens, which looks like it's like 99.9%. James Harden's gonna be at a strip club every day. Kevin Durant
live in Magic City, bro.
Kevin Durant might be safe because all he's gonna do is tweet from his burner accounts. Kyrie Irving's gonna disappear to Virgin Islands.
Yes.
DeAndre Jordan doesn't know what the fuck he's doing anymore.
Yep.
Landry Shamet.
Fuck that guy. Fuck Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet's a piece of shit. Why is he ever on the court? You know what? He's not on the court anymore. But I tell you what, listen. Oh yeah, Amon Shumpert, by the way, pick up on him.
Yeah,
even
they'll
though
pick
like
up.
I don't know what they're expecting with him. I mean, they'll pick up I don't know
Defense?
about that one.
Some defense.
I mean,
By the way, Rockets are looking to trade Oladipo.
yes.
Also, the thing I think is I think we're underestimating the NBA. And I think that we all said all this shit's gonna happen, and I think that we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine, guys.
I hope so, man. I'll watch it.
Look,
but
think about it this way. Think about it this way, right? What's the maximum that the NBA would get suspended for? 2 weeks. Which isn't the All-Star break like a week and a half anyway?
Yeah, but
Let them do their thing. They're grown-ass men. Let them enjoy life. You know what? They're having to play basketball anyway. And you know what? Everybody else and their mother, they're grown men. It's about your beliefs. If you're scared of COVID and you don't want to, get anyone sick in your family, then you know what? Then don't go out. I've had COVID. It kicked my ass for a day or two. And yes, I got over it. And yes, I was fortunate. And yes, people are dying. But guess what? You know what? People, this is why we're the greatest country in the world. We get freedom of decision, kind of, and freedom of speech, kind of.
Yeah.
Like Robin Hood. But also, anyway.
I do believe though, because I got COVID too, and I don't go anywhere. So it's like it's one of those things that like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And like
Wow.
I do believe that they're gonna be the All-Stars will come to Atlanta, right? But if the league is going to allow the other players that did not make that All-Star game to go anywhere in the US, you talking about Florida, any other place that's high risk.
They should start a bubble in Atlanta. And I'm saying, look, if you're the NBA, no, for the All-Star game, start a bubble, get some Magic City strippers in there, make sure they test positive, put in a little quarantine right now, get them wings. Look, all I'm saying is, why not? I'm being real.
Saying a bubble for the All-Star game. Okay.
Yeah.
Get them man some strippers.
And that's test negative. But Jonathan, we know that you have to get ready to leave us, sir. So really quickly, you have the floor, sir. Go ahead and give your predictions on who you have, East and West. You can just do starting five if you want, or you can do the whole snubs if you want.
A couple hot takes, if anything, and because I think the voting's going to be up and down for a little bit, and I really starters suck, and like we said, because of fan voting, but So I'm not saying even a hot take. Jaylen Brown better make the All-Star team. That's one of my biggest things. Julius Randle needs to make it. Bradley Beal deserves some kind of positivity with all the stuff he's dealing with in Washington. LeBron, obviously LeBron's still playing like one of the best players in the league, so I think he still gets that front court spot. I'm not giving Anthony Davis the front court spot. The other, one of the other two front court spots, in my opinion. I'll give him one of them to Nikola. Jokic.
Joker. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, man. And honestly, the other one, even though I dog the man all the time, I'd give it to PG. PG's been balling this year. I can't, I gotta respect it. He's always balled out during the regular season, so
Yeah.
That's, obviously at that, I think Beal, like I said, and then James Harden at the guard, and then I have Steph Curry and Dame Lillard at the guard, in my opinion, what it should be. No surprises in the West. They'll be the typical guys that kind of make it to the backup spots, but yeah, for skills competition, I'm excited for the 3-point shootout. I'm very excited for the slam dunk. We might get Zion that slam dunk, boys. We might get Zion in that slam dunk. That might be crazy. So maybe Levine comes back again. I think Aaron Gordon said he won't come back ever again.
No, he's
good. Fuck Levine. Give it to Gordon. My God.
Don't sleep. Hey, I would love to see Obi Toppin, the Knicks forward, the rookie. He's got some height, some hops. So, he hopefully he goes for it too. But
is that the greatest name ever for a guy who can dunk? Obi Toppin.
Obi Toppin. Yeah, I know, right?
Why does that just sound like a guy who can dunk? What's your name? Yeah. Obi Toppin.
He's number one, so we call him Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh shit.
So man. I think it'll be a good weekend. I hope we don't see any snubs, but obviously we always will. But yeah, man, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, definitely, Jonathan, we thank you so much for joining us, sir. Really quickly, let the people know where they can follow you, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, we will see you next time when we get all this together with the Sideline Guys.
Yes, sir. So, you can find me at John_OTS. You can email me at John at OTS.com.
OTS Guys.
What's that?
At OTSguys.com.
At OTSguys.com. My bad.
What's up, Derek?
Honestly, the biggest thing for me is we're trying to expand all these profiles. Go and follow on YouTube. Go and follow on Spotify or anything like that. We're trying to get you guys all up on these networks here, and come join us on the Sidelines group. It's growing. It's becoming big. We're talking big things. We're trying to make things happen, and hope to see y'all out there.
Most definitely, man. Well, thank you again so much for joining us, sir. And until the next time, my brother, you have a great evening, my friend.
My boys, hey, go Bucks. I hate saying it. Go Bucks.
We're on the same boat. We're on that pirate ship together. Ahoy, mateys. Let's rock and roll.
What do they say for the Bucks? Shoot the cannons or some shit? Some bullshit.
Yeah.
Shoot the pits.
Rock the plank. That's what they say.
Right?
No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
All right, boys,
we're going to make our own shit.
All right, bro.
Peace.
All right, brother.
Where we go from here now, boys? Now that
fellas.
fucking Jonathan's out there. Couldn't even get the email right.
The question definitely stands for you guys. You fellas are more than welcome to give your takes and ideal scenarios.
As impressions. Tampa Bay. That's my Elmo. We'll win the Super Bowl. Dwayne's like, where the fuck is this going? Listen, Dwayne. This is what's going to happen. This is my stitch. Tom Brady is going to win another Super Bowl. Okay? And NBA All-Star, I don't want to hear that shit about the All-Star. All the snubs, people get butthurt. You know what? I'm sick of it now. I just want to see sports. I'm sick of just sitting here and talking sport. I'm sick of regular sports talk shit about who's going to win the game and who's going to be snubbed. You know what? I want to talk about asses, and I want to talk about magic shitty strippers and James Harden, okay? That's what we're talking about now, Dwayne. Okay? And Karen, fuck her, okay? And also, the thing I got to say about Karen, too, for a second Karen would leave her husband for LeBron James. I'd leave
for sure.
I'd leave anybody for LeBron James. Think about it. Think about it, bro. We are all three straight males, but you're telling me a guy that makes $300 million a year just on what is he, dude? Endorsements, all kinds of shit? Shit. I don't know, guys. I might turn on y'all. But you'd be set for life. Think about it this way. That's essentially saying this is going to be this. I don't know if I'm going to say this. The boys in the group are going to say it, but here's the deal. You telling me right now that for $500 million, you wouldn't suck a dick? I don't know. Dwayne's like, what the
Ladies
fuck?
and gentlemen, I think this is going way beyond the side.
This has gone off the track. This is what happens when Jonathan leaves. But I'm with it. And also, Derek, why do you look like an NFL coach tonight? I like this vibe.
Oh, appreciate it.
You're tired, dude. I can tell you. You look like a coach that just left the film room at 1 a.m. in the morning. What's your deal here? Let's get this energy up. Huh?
Hey,
Give me a hot take, Derek.
I'm just chilling, man.
Give me a hot take right now.
Hot take.
I mean, Dwayne comes with the hottest of takes. I get
does,
it from Dwayne.
Man. He does.
Almost too hot.
Mahomes got MVP last year, right? Finals
yes.
MVP, Super Bowl MVP.
I thought Kelsey got it.
Super Bowl. Was it Kelsey?
Was it?
I thought Kelsey got it.
Quarterbacks always win that.
Yeah, right? that's why I thought it was him.
No, I think they gave it to Kelsey, man. I thought they gave it to Kelsey.
Let me see. Super Bowl MVP 2020. Patrick Mahomes.
Was it? Oh.
All right. So if the Chiefs win it.
Okay.
If the Chiefs win it, I want to say that Tyreek Hill would get the Super Bowl MVP.
100%.
I want to say it's gonna be him. But if the Bucks win it, Mike Evans.
Wow. You know what? I'm gonna go crazy right now. Do you want to hear the hottest it takes? I'm gonna look at the odds of this. Guess who I'm going for this if the Bucks win it, who the Super Bowl MVP will be. Playoff Lenny. I'm going Leonard Fournette. That's a hot take right there.
Oh. That's actually not a hot take.
No, that is a hot take.
I don't think so. He's been balling the last couple of games.
It's a good hot take. Let's see Super Bowl MVP right here. Let's see what we got here. All right, Super Bowl. Damn, there's so many Super Bowl bets.
Let's see. My Super Bowl MVP, if the Bucks even win, is none other than Antonio Brown.
Wow.
Bro.
All right, Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is plus 2,500. So if I bet $1 on Leonard Fournette to win, that's not that much. If I bet $100.
Super Bowl.
Wow. Okay. What if I go Devin White here?
Devin White could get it too. Yeah.
Let's see here. Devin White, is he on here? Okay, he's plus 3,000. I'm not loving these odds here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. If I bet $10, I win 300.
Is more.
I'm not loving that.
Interesting.
The Warriors. What's happening with the Warriors?
They're beating the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, let's talk about this real quickly because this is something I want to talk about. Why does Luka Doncic get a break?
I don't know.
You know what? People really are just like.
They're selective.
I would say, yeah, absolutely. But if you really do think about it this way, and I think it's actually like, for some people it's intentional, but I would say it's actually probably unintentional. But you got to think about it this way: it's like people love glorifying a white guy in basketball. For example, Larry Bird, baller, but Kevin Durant swatting his shit. So is Anthony Davis. Also, Luka Doncic, a whiny little bitch. But when he does it, everyone's like, Luka, yeah, he got fouled. But guess what? When James Harden does it, well, look at that little bitch, right? Luka Doncic is a bitch, okay? Plain and simple. Just a little white boy, what is he from? Ukraine, Slovakia, wherever. Some never eat Eastern European bitch. That's my take on Luka Doncic. What do you think, Dwayne? We can wrap this up soon. I'm just going hot takes here. But guess what? That's the deal, okay? Everyone that I think's overrated, I'll go on it right now. This is going to be called Parker's Rants, if we're okay with that. Giannis Antetokounmpo, overrated, okay? Steph Curry, overrated. You know why? Steph Curry, greatest shooter of all time, overrated. You see what the Warriors are doing? I told you, they're a fringe playoff team. They're not going to make the playoffs. He still has Draymond Green. He still has a good team. Any other superstar is having this team plus 500 right now. So
could it be a positional thing, though? Because you see other point guards like Trae Young, that when they had a more depleted roster.
Trae Young's not that good either. That's my point about Steph Curry is he can't carry a team. It's not a positional thing. It's a you are a scrawny 6'2" little light skinned shooter. It's not. That's my point about Steph Curry, is if you never
3.
if you what did I say?
Actually 6'3", inch off,
Yeah.
but I got you.
That's my point. All I'm saying is this. I could body Steph Curry. Okay, I could body him. That's all I'm saying. Look, and the thing is, I mean, he's done all right this year, but he's not going to carry a team. This is what I've been saying to people all the time when they say Harden's better than Steph Curry. Steph Curry's a better shooter, but no, not a better player.
The Warriors.
I have a question.
Y'all see my boy Harden lock down Kawhi? Put the clamps on that out?
He did, yeah. Why is Jimmy Butler getting votes for
the Heat?
All-Star
Oh my
game?
gosh. Can we talk about garbage?
Well,
because he before he went out.
Bro, Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson have all-star votes.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
This is my boy for life, and I love him dearly. Now, it could just be because of the team he's on, because I sure as heck haven't paid him any attention.
Ja Morant,
because they're trash. No, not Ja Morant. Don't you dare disrespect my boy, man.
No, I was saying Ja Morant's good.
My other boy, you know, my man, you know, who I want to see on another team right now, and I don't know why he's still on this team. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm surprised that Derrick Rose is still in top votes right now. That just goes to show how many fans my boy actually has, but still. When I heard you mention his name on the list, I was surprised.
I thought that too.
Yeah,
because he's on a Pistons team that's not doing anything at all.
Yeah.
Nothing. He is, I'm sure, you know. But I'm just like, man, what is going on here?
Where is Van Gundy? Is Van Gundy with the Pelicans?
Yeah.
Yes, he's with the Pelicans.
I like Van Gundy. What are the Pelicans doing this year?
Actually,
they're not doing very well.
At the very bottom. Yeah.
Actually, they're at the very bottom.
The Warriors are way higher than they ever were right now, actually.
Yeah.
Last I checked, they were like 60 right now.
Warriors, I'm telling you, man.
I'm not understanding some of these votes because I love Jimmy Butler, but I don't understand why he gets any votes right now. Because
I agree.
Before he went out injury, I think he was averaging like 7 points, 7 or 9 points. Something. It wasn't anything spectacular. Nothing.
Yeah.
I have two crazy things to report right now. Number one, apparently Joel Embiid went to the locker room grabbing his knee and shaking his head.
Just now.
This happened an hour ago, actually, but I'm trying to find updates.
Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, the one thing that has triumphed on Embiid's career is still taking its toll.
No, okay, never mind. He's back in the game.
Oh.
And he has 31 points at halftime. Derek, I'm going to be honest. We never wish injury on somebody, but you and me were both slightly happy for a second.
That man is a
I'm not going to lie. I like Embiid.
When he's focused,
look,
he's unstoppable.
The East is going to be very interesting because every top team in the conference you can see being beat.
Correct.
There's not one team that I look at and say that they're if they get to the finals they're not being beaten as currently constructed.
Isn't that crazy? The Nets have the best offensive rating in league history, but also the worst defensive rating in league history.
They look. Brooklyn and Boston are the two teams that I'm looking at that have to do something before the trade deadline. And if they don't, they're not going to go far. They're not. If they don't make a trade to fill the needs that they have, I don't see either one of those teams being able to get into the finals.
Apparently, the Nets were interested in JaVale McGee, Kevin Love.
I think Drummond as well. Yeah.
See, like just someone like that, man. Like we just need like DeAndre Jordan like 5 years ago.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm still sticking with my prediction of Boston versus Brooklyn or Boston versus Philly in the Eastern Conference Finals. But
Yeah,
they've got
I mean
some
it's
work to
tough.
do. They've got work to do. They've got work to do.
Holy
I
crap!
what
What?
You said Embiid got 31 points in the first half.
first half?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
What the heck is the rest
he's
of his team doing?
he's
Because they're
carrying
getting
them.
destroyed.
He's
yeah. And
carrying
it's
them.
50. It's 57-57 right now at halftime.
Yeah,
Oh
he's carrying
no,
them this
it is
season.
81-66 right now in the third.
What? Damn it!
Yes, Portland is
Oh,
destroyed.
yeah. Let's go Blazers.
I don't know what in the world is going on with the seven. That just Derek, that just elevated your point right there.
That's what
Carmelo has.
none of the teams in the East are going to be able to.
And guess who? And guess what?
And they're the number one seeded team in the East.
And
Jesus.
no one. I mean, the Blazers are. I mean, the Blazers don't have McCollum. The Blazers don't have. Lillard's not playing tonight. Their starting five are Rodney Hood, Gary Trent Jr., Robert Covington, Ennis Cantor, and Carmelo Anthony. And they're beating the 76ers right now by 15. And Carmelo has 17 points on 60% shooting from the three.
Look,
Oh, yeah.
and Philly's issue is that if Embiid, Simmons, and Harris are not all clicking at the same time, or two of the three are not clicking, they're not doing anything.
Oh, what's his face isn't playing tonight?
Who?
Simmons.
Wow, Toronto, how you guys are falling.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so I like
this is crazy.
Wow. if neither one, I'll make this prediction. How about this? This will be my bold prediction. And some people might not really think this is bold, but for me it is. If Philly, Boston, and Brooklyn don't make any adjustments, serious adjustments, the champion will be from the West.
Yeah,
for
100%.
sure. Because there's no way you can go into a finals. Like, everyone downplays the regular season for the most part. A lot of people downplay it, but this is the time period where you're supposed to be able to make those adjustments that you need to make schematically. Absolutely. Or you need to, or you make specific trades and work on habits as you go into the playoffs. So the regular season is very much important. I don't know why people downplay it, but
to me, before the All-Star break is like figuring out what you have.
Right.
You're happy with what you're happy for doing well, and I mean, like you said, I think there's only one team in the East right now that doesn't need to make any adjustments, but they're also like, you kind of don't want to be the team that doesn't have to make any adjustments before All-Star break, unless you're the Golden State Warriors and you're winning, 90% of your games. But like, to me, the 76ers right now are in a bad spot because it's like, they're good enough to win the East, but if any team kind of gets their shit together or makes any slight adjustment between Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and Boston, it's like you're kind of
the East is up for grabs, bro. The East is up for grabs because honestly, Philly is probably as good as they're going to be.
That's my point.
Salute to Daryl Morey for being able to move on from some of the contracts that they had last season, but I don't
Morey ball, baby.
Yeah, I don't see how they're able to excel with Embiid, Tobias, and Ben. I don't see it. Yeah, Seth Curry was one of their best signings that they had. Mm-hmm. If those three don't have it, if those top three don't have it, you're not going anywhere. And in a 7-game series, I know from experience playing like when we played against Philly, 7-game series, you can get in Ben's head easily. You can get in Embiid's head.
Embiid's.
Tobias, not so much, but those the other two, you can get into them. So, I mean,
shit, they got Doc, but I mean, whatever. I mean, like you said,
we're looking at Philly number 1 as it stands, Milwaukee number 2, Brooklyn number 3, Boston number 4, Indiana number 5, Atlanta number 6, with Cleveland, Charlotte, New York, and Toronto with the 7 through 10 spot to fight for 7 and 8 in that playoff.
I think Charlotte will shoot up. I think they're gonna shoot up the rank.
We'll see. How good for him.
I think Charlotte.
I call that though. I called that, I think.
The Knicks
I
and the
said I would take
Cavs.
Lamelo. But yeah.
They're
Rookie of the
looking.
year.
Yeah, those are
Hey,
some
good for the
dark horses.
Knicks. Good for the Knicks. Draymond Green, 15 assists through 3 quarters tonight. Call that man James Harden.
Meanwhile, in the West here, surprisingly, Utah Jazz sits atop number 1 in the West.
That is crazy. That is crazy to me, actually.
Wow.
Good for Utah. I haven't watched one Utah game this year.
Me either.
Me either. Los Angeles Clippers. How about that? Quietly sitting at number 2 with not one person talking about the Clippers.
Holy shit.
Very interesting. The Los Angeles Lakers sitting number 3. Denver Nuggets sitting at number 4. Memphis. Told you guys we'd still be atop here. For whatever reason, though, I don't know why our record is a little weirder than everybody else's, but we're sitting at 5. That's cool.
No. Yeah, Memphis missed a lot of games.
I see, because 9 and
like
7,
Boston.
I'm looking at everybody else in double digits here, and I'm like, this is weird. But somehow the record we have has us at 5 right now. Suns number 6 with Portland, San Antonio, Golden State, and Houston, surprisingly amongst all. In that
they went on a 6-game win streak.
Mm-hmm.
Woods, Oladipo, and Wall are actually a good combo if they want to keep that together.
Hey man, I'd make the trade.
Let me
real quick, I will ask you guys. I mean, I guess now we've had enough games. It's still early, but enough games to determine who's the most disappointing team to you. Because we see Dallas sitting here at number 13 with New Orleans at 14, OKC at 12. The Heat sitting here at 13. The Magic at 12, all these teams taking these steps back. Who seems like the more disappointment to you guys based off last year's season?
I mean, the Heat are the biggest disappointment, right?
They have to be. I mean, you understand.
I mean, they made
why.
the finals. I do understand why they're not as good, but I'm just saying, Butler's missed some time, and they've done. The Heat were lightning in a bottle, and they're really not that good of a team. And they thought this dog mentality was going to carry over. Tyler Hero's overrated, extremely overrated.
I'm telling you, Jay Crowder not being there is one of the biggest things for them. You can't miss out on bringing him back, and then you bring in Avery Bradley, who's out for 3 to 4 weeks now.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think Pat Riley's an idiot, though. I mean, an idiot this year in the fact that, I do think Pat Riley is a genius, but at the same time, why he wouldn't trade away Tyler Hero? Beknownst to me, man, because at that point you had a shot at it was okay. We have a shot at James Harden. Didn't make a move. Okay, we have a shot at Bradley Beal. We don't have a shot at Bradley Beal. Okay, maybe now we can get Victor Oladipo, which would be a good get, but at the same time, you're like, you could have got Harden. Yeah. Which I'm glad they didn't, but
yeah. I'm hoping Boston trades for Christian Wood or someone.
What? Christian Wood ain't being traded, bro.
I would love to see it.
Bro, if Christian Wood gets traded to the Nets, that's not going to happen. They like Christian Wood.
Yeah, but
they have him on a favorable contract. They're not going to get rid of him.
That's why I want to see it.
And the only reason they get rid of Oladipo is because he's going to leave next year anyway, so they can turn it to picks. Good for them.
Interesting thought is that Tyler Hero is averaging 17.2 points per game, 6.1 rebounds.
He's got good stats. He's got good stats because they've missed everybody. Adebayo's the fucking man, though.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, you shouldn't, Siri. Anyway,
interesting. This makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll say this though, because I'm about to head out, but I'm going to give you my Super Bowl prediction real quick as far as score, and we can talk a little bit more about this. And I do want to hop on Realish, underrated movie that we need to discuss, The Gentleman. Great movie if you haven't seen it. Guy Ritchie, Matthew McConaughey. Some good stuff. Have you seen it, Derek?
No, but I'm with it.
Oh, good movie. It's about Matthew McConaughey running a weed empire in London, and it's fantastic.
Oh.
But it's really good. But yeah, weed. But my Super Bowl prediction is this: Tampa Bay 35. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay 38. Tampa Bay 38. Kansas City Chiefs 31.
I don't know if I'm ready to give a score yet.
I don't know. I don't know why that popped in my mind. Actually, I don't feel confident about that. I feel 38-29. That's my pick. That's a weird score. Yeah, that's a weird score, but I'm going with it.
Love it.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I do. Hey, look, y'all need to watch The Gentleman.
Let's do it, bro.
Gentlemen.
Let's do it.
And where can we find this movie?
Well, I would say that you're going to have to probably go rent that movie because I don't think it's on any streaming platforms, but it is worth the $4 because you need to watch the trailer. It's some crazy shit. Matthew McConaughey says this one line that I'm like, he goes, there's only one rule in this jungle. When the lion's hungry, he eats, and he fucking shoots somebody right in the face. But yeah, it's pretty dope. It's kind of like, it's kind of like this. Do you remember, American Gangster with Denzel?
Yeah.
It's like that, but okay. It's like a combination of American Gangster with Denzel and Ocean's 11.
Okay.
Interesting.
Where it kind of like all comes together at the end, and you're like, what? It's crazy. It's crazy. Look, it's got some good guys in it. It's got Colin Farrell, Matthew McConaughey, the director's Guy Ritchie. It's got some good people in it. You guys need to watch it. I highly recommend it. If you can, because I'm all about, getting shit done. Watch it tonight.
I'm not against it.
Oh, Dwayne, are you going to watch it tonight?
Tonight, not necessarily.
Nope,
Friday nights are more my movie nights. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Derek, you watch it and let me know. I'm gonna watch Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then I think Kong versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus Kong, whatever order it's in, comes out in like the next week or two. Or maybe not, maybe in March. But still,
it's
excited about that.
End of February, early March.
Looking forward to it. Let's go, Zilla. But anyways,
all right, y'all. Hey, go Bucks! Shoot the cannons, walk the plank, argue mateys, yo ho, it's Pirates life for me. Holla at ya. Karen had no ass. James Harden's the GOAT. What else am I missing? Dave Matthews Band impressions, Elmo impressions, Lilo and Stitch, hit your boy up at Parker Gailey. You can find me on OTS Guys. I talk my shit. Anyway, y'all have a great and fantastic night. I love you all.
Yes, sir. All right, bro.
Consider the mic drop, ladies and gentlemen. That's a wrap.
See y'all.